Hello, my name is Amanda Blue. I'm president of the Tasting Alliance. Welcome, everybody. We're so glad to have you join us for this webinar, introducing ourselves and what we can do for your brand. So the Tasting Alliance was started, our first competition was started in 1980. It was our wine competition, started by my father, Anthony Dias Blue, who was the uh, lead at spirits and wine editor for Bon Appetit for very many years. He was also the editor for the Zagat Guide for San Francisco. He started that competition in 1980. It grew to be one of the largest competitions in North America. He started the San Francisco World Spirits Competition in 2000, seeing a need for cocktails were becoming more popular and seeing a need for um, a blind evaluation for the spirits market. So it grew from about 200 entries the first year to currently approximately about 6,000 for our last year for 2024. We also have started some other competitions. We have our New York competition, which takes place in August in New York. We have our Singapore competition, which takes place during the summertime. We have our wine competition, which takes place in the fall. And we have our newest competition, the Latin American World Spirits Competition, which takes place in the fall in Jalisco, Mexico. So we are a group of experts who all of our products are judged blind. Our judging panel is comprised of a lot of different kinds of people in the industry. We've got writers, we have critics, we have educators, we have directors for F&B for major corporations. We have retail buyers for the largest chains and some of the smaller chains that buy liquor and sell liquor to all across North America. We also have some international judges that represent Asia, South America, Australia, South Africa, and Europe. And our main goal is essentially to be a marketing platform for spirits brands that enter our competitions. What we can do for a spirit brand is something that's unparalleled. We can get media attention. We can help increase sales by the just winning an award, and we can be a resource for spirits brands that are new to market that don't know what to do next after they've won a medal. As you can see here, here's some of our esteemed judges that are on our panel. We have approximately 100 judges across all of our spirits competitions that serve in different capacities. And here's just a little sampling of some of them. I'm going to hand it over to Maddie, who's going to tell us a little bit about some of the numbers of entries and how we go about doing our judging.
Thank you, Amanda. I am Maddie McDowell. I am the Executive Vice President for the Tasting Alliance. I oversee operations and logistics for all of our global competitions. As Amanda mentioned, we invite prominent industry leaders from around the world to join our judging panels. These are made up of distributors, buyers, retailers, media, and more. It starts out the first day, we go over our judging process and our judging guidelines, and these panels are made up of distributors, buyers, media, and importers. We try not to have too much overlap on these panels. They're made up of 3 to 5 judges. We will have them evaluate roughly 50 to 85 entries depending on the category. We have over 100 categories per competition. The variety of entries just vary based on the location. From there, judges will evaluate a flight of 6, and it's flighted by category, and it's flighted based off of alcohol percentage or any flavor profile or other pertinent information that the judges may need to know in order to evaluate properly. After every flight is done, we have our panel coordinators come over to average out the medals, which is led by our panel chair, our judge chair that leads the discussion and helps provide tasting notes as well. If all of the judges on a panel decide to give that entry a gold, that is a double gold, which means it advances to our sweepstakes, which is our final round. From there, They're then reevaluated and eliminated based on their point scores, which are provided for gold and double gold medals. One thing that really sets us apart from other competitions is that we have all of our judges participate in sweepstakes. So it's not just a select few panel, we have 60 plus actually determining the best of class and the best in show. From that point, we have about a 2 week grace period where we'll send out entry results to the entrants. They'll be notified of their medal and their point score. We do withhold finalist and best of class information for a few weeks. That actually concludes at our top shelf gala. From here, I'll go ahead and give it over to my colleague Amanda Herbert, which can shed a little more light on that process as well.
Yes, absolutely. So now, as Maddie mentioned, our competition goes well beyond just physically those dates of the competition. So what sets us apart is really our post-competition support. A few things that Maddie had mentioned there already. Some of those marketing opportunities after that 2 week grace period. During that time period, we're getting all of the marketing opportunities, both internal on our website, social, and email channels already, as well as coordinating press and media opportunities with some major players such as Forbes, Uproxx, Bottle Raiders, and more to ensure that those medals are publicized as publicly as we can make them. A few other opportunities I'd like to call out here as well: e-commerce onboarding on the side of targeting consumers. Anyone who medals double gold or gold enjoys complimentary e-commerce onboarding onto our partner Flaviar. So expanding that reach well beyond brand websites. This allows that opportunity to market to the Flaviar consumer as well. As mentioned by Amanda Blue, some of our esteemed judges are those key connections that brands are looking to make, whether it's distributors, exporters, retailers. We are more than willing to make those connections post-competition as well. And that is one major benefit of working with us and entering your products into our competitions. Along with that, I'd also like to note as well events, a huge opportunity with us as well to hit the road with the Tasting Alliance. You'll find us at some of the most major events, industry events throughout the year, Tales of the Cocktail and Bar Convent Berlin being two of those opportunities that offer out of the box areas to showcase brands alongside our offerings to further elevate those medals as well. I did want to call out, as Maddie mentioned, Top Shelf, our pinnacle event of the year. This is our area to really hone into the best of the best from all of our competitions throughout the year. We showcase this through exhibit opportunities, opportunities to host dedicated master classes. We host a speed networking event to make some more of those connections that we previously mentioned. And then concluding with our major awards gala, where we highlight those best in class awards, as Maddie mentioned, that are selected through sweeps that final day of each of our competitions. So many opportunities to get involved with us well beyond just entering into a singular competition. We really put our all in curating opportunities to further maximize exposure for the brands who enter. And on that note of maximizing exposure, I'd like to pass it along to Toby to chat through some additional opportunities that we offer through our program, Tasting Alliance Advisors. So Toby, I'll pass the floor along to you.
Thank you, Amanda. Hi, everybody. So last year, the Tasting Alliance introduced Tasting Alliance Advisors, which is a quality-specific, brand-agnostic consultancy and advocacy network of the world's most trusted and respected spirits professionals. We break down our services and consultancy into 4 categories: brand strategy, product development, talent recruitment, and brand activations. So what does that all mean? Essentially, we end up becoming a matchmaker. Winning a medal at the competitions represents an opportunity and a platform for a lot of brands, both big and small. And what we would like to do is help them along their way. It's a service that is free of charge from the Tasting Alliance. And what ends up happening is we match you with a partnership network. So we have a roster of partners who we have created a network with that we basically do a matchmaking service with. So for instance, if you win a double gold medal, You want to be able to understand what you can do as far as communications and PR and even social media. We have a network of agencies that do that type of work. The way, getting more specific, the way that the process works is we have an intake form. And so the brands, any brand can fill out the intake form. We review it. We have a meeting to discuss it. Based on that meeting and those needs, we start to triangulate which agencies within our network are going to be helpful to that process. And then we start making introductions, and it goes from there. So really, it's an opportunity for us to really give back to the brands that enter, as well as the community and the industry as far as services go. After about 9 months, it's been really, really helpful to a lot of different smaller and mid-size brands as far as being able to sort of open the floodgates for opportunity and for introductions to other folks within the industry. This just goes into more specifics about the brand strategy. Again, whether it's all along the value chain as far as marketing. So anything from social media to communications to branding to packaging, we can be helpful in connecting you with the right services, product development, and then talent recruitment. So we also have at our disposal a number of different headhunters. So if you're growing and you're looking to add different capabilities within your workforce, we have different headhunting facilities to be able to help in that endeavor. And then, of course, brand activations, some of which Amanda Herbert spoke to earlier.
So we will make this presentation available to anybody that wants to go through it again. And this has been recorded, so it can also be sent out. We'll be up on our website, and we'll have some links in our social media. And we just want to thank you all. We will be at Access Live February 1st through 6th. So we hope to meet many of you there. We will be running the competition this year, which is our first time running the Tasting Alliance powered WSWA competition. So looking forward to meeting a lot of you there, and I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks so much.